Well, I think it's almost certain that China will retaliate. The most likely form of retaliation you mentioned in the lead-in would be closing the American consulate in Wuhan, which is closed and inactive now because of COVID-19, and which was the most recent and smallest of the American missions in China anyway. And so closing Wuhan wouldn't cost China as dearly as closing some of the larger consulates general. I don't mean to make light of it. I think that this is, as you said at the beginning, a dramatic escalation in tensions. Of course, there have been so many dramatic escalations in US-China tensions over the past 3 years that one tends to lose count. Still, I think that this is serious, a more serious development than the tit-for-tat journalistic expulsions, and it's very hard to predict with the Xi administration and the Trump administration exactly how far this will go.
And I want to pick up on something our colleague Emily Tam was talking at the end there with regards to the UK and where it fits in this dynamic, because we have Pompeo this week in the UK urging Britain to form an alliance against China. We have seen Britain rolling back on its Huawei promises recently. Does this seem inevitable to you as the UK especially is seeking to negotiate a trade agreement with the US?
Well, I think that the Huawei decision, that seems to have been taken quite firmly by Boris Johnson. Whether Britain would want to join overtly in an alliance with the United States against China, if we phrase it that way, no, that is probably not in the interests of the UK or indeed of many other nations, even though they share the United States' concerns about the illiberal practices of the PRC. There are very few countries, even those that want strong trading relations with China, that want more political influence with China. Still, this business, they would join an overt alliance aimed at China. This is a position that other countries, including the UK, don't want to be put in. They're hoping for something a little more nuanced than that.
Okay, fair enough. Robert, good morning. Thank you for joining in this conversation. I just want to pick up on a point that Rosanna made earlier, which is bringing in Russia into this entire angle. What does this data theft allegation mean for the trilateral relationship between Russia, the US, and China? Because both these countries, Russia and China, have been on the receiving end of these allegations.
Well, they've been on the receiving end of the allegations. The United States has been on the receiving end of the hacks, right, and of the computer interference. So this isn't exactly something that the United States is doing to them. I think that if these nations are concerned about accusations from the United States of this sort, the best move they can make is probably simply to stop any form of interference in the United States. I think that is the proper way to frame this. That said, clearly the relatively clear or assertive policies of the Trump administration do tend to push Russia and China, which are already in a sort of entente, closer together. And it increases their interest in forming a bloc which stands against aspects of the United States global leadership.